According to Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy, yes, she's still president. No, she's not going anywhere until she decides to go anywhere. But she says that Lucasfilm is leaving the door open for season 2 of Kenobi. And she's basing that off of the fans because according to Kathleen Kennedy, the fans are the most important thing in the Star Wars universe. Imagine actually believing that. Imagine actually thinking she means that. Now, of course, we've been talking about that for years, how the fans are the most important thing. And of course, now Kathleen Kennedy wants to try and mirror those thoughts and echo those thoughts. But we all know that's just not the case. But let's move the discussion to a season 2 of Kenobi, a possibility of that. What would it look like? Well, Kenobi, the first season, the limited season that they gave us, has been, in my opinion, a complete and total disaster for many, many reasons, destroying canon on very many fronts and being overall a terribly written show with people that have no idea what's going on in Star Wars. And then you invented a new character named Reva, who was completely irrelevant and pointless to the entire series. And the series ended with Obi-Wan Kenobi essentially in the same exact place he was at the end of Revenge of the Sith. So what exactly was accomplished here in terms of helping the Star Wars universe move forward? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. All you did is complicated everything. Nothing was accomplished. Zero. And now they're discussing the possibility of a season 2. So if you're going to give us a season 2, I demand that we get the Battle of the Beasts. We get the mega powers exploding. We get Reva versus Rey in the ultimate showdown. It can be like the Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania. It can be like the Macho Man versus Hulk Hogan when the mega powers exploded. It can be the greatest event in the history of Star Wars, having the two most powerful beings in the entire galaxy facing off once and for all to find out who has the most plot armor. Who wins the battle of identity politics? Now, obviously, I'm being very sarcastic when I say that because that's how dumb a season 2 of Kenobi would be. We don't need it. We don't want it. And Star Wars definitely doesn't need it, just like it didn't even need the first season of Kenobi. And that's the bigger problem here, is that they don't know what to do. They have no idea. Because you decided to throw George Lucas's sequel trilogy away. And you created characters that no one cares about. And you ruined the legacy characters to the point where people don't even care about the legacy characters. So now you've basically kept yourself in this box where you have to stay within this particular era of Star Wars, the era that you don't want to appreciate and respect. But that's the only era you can stay in because it's the only one that has any relevance whatsoever, because you've done such a bad job of building the future of Star Wars, because you didn't listen to the fans, because you didn't care what the fans had to say. And you get what you deserve. And that's what we have continued to try and tell Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm for so many years. If you would have built the future by respecting the past, much like a Cobra Kai, then you would have people interested in the next chapter of the sequel trilogy to move the universe forward. But you didn't want to do that because you were too interested in ruining Star Wars for identity politics purposes, to the point where not only did you take people's love for the original characters away, but you destroyed any potential love they could have for the new characters because you didn't create them for the right reasons. You threw George Lucas's sequel trilogy away. And now you're completely trapped into this time frame. Mandalorian, original trilogy, prequel trilogy, all within that time frame. And the more you play within that time frame, the more it breaks it. And I've said I'm not really a big you have to just appreciate every aspect of continuity in canon, because I understand within storytelling, there has to be leaps that have to be made. I've talked about the character of Ahsoka and how I completely understand she became a fan favorite. And Even though I do think that Ahsoka should have died, during Order 66, or at the hands of Vader. I understand she's become so popular that you really want to keep her relevant and keep her moving forward. Exceptions can be made, but this isn't an exception anymore. You're completely just continuing to play around in an era that doesn't need you to play around in it, and you're making so many problems along the way. The entire thing with Leia now in the original trilogy just feels completely messed up. It doesn't feel real anymore because of what happened in the Kenobi series when she sends the message to Obi-Wan Kenobi, or whenever Obi-Wan Kenobi dies in A New Hope. Leia doesn't even care. Yet in Kenobi in the series, she's freaking out every time he decides to even just leave because they have this powerful bond. It makes no sense. Having Luke interact with a Force user at that point in his life is ridiculous. But you continue to go back to this because why? Because you could not appreciate what you had right in front of you with the sequel trilogy. And now you can't move forward because you've built all of this off of characters no one likes. No one wants a Kenobi season 2. It's unnecessary in every single way possible. Kenobi season 1 is completely irrelevant because Obi-Wan Kenobi ends up in literally the same exact place at the end of this series that he was at Revenge of the Sith. And all you've done is complicated things. That's it. It's bad. It's very, very bad. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What did you think of Kenobi season 1? And do you want Kenobi season 2? I'll be interested to know your thoughts. And again, to be clear, as I've said many times, I know there's a lot of people out there that have enjoyed the series, and I'm happy for you. I'm genuinely happy for people that like the series and are enjoying it and everything like that. That doesn't, me having my opinions should have no impact on you and your enjoyment of this. I have a problem with the people that label anyone with a different opinion and isms and homophobes and this and all the NPC. That's my problem with it. But if you are someone that just genuinely enjoyed the series, you have my blessing and you have my support. I have no problem with that because it's not my business what you like and what you do and how you spend your time and your money. It's just not. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.